everyone, welcome to the start of another vlog. I've just parked up at the car park near Harrods. I'm not actually in Harrods because I haven't parked there in a while, you know, because it's really random, but this steering wheel is Alcantara. It's like material, like a suede, and in Harrods, because of COVID, they make you wipe everything down with an alcohol wipe, and with Alcantara, if you get any sort of I'm just seeing there's a mark on it here. If you get any sort of water or wet surfaces on it, you just ruin it. And I'm sure if I explained it to them, they wouldn't do it, but I'm just worried that they would, because they wipe it down as well before they bring it back to you. So anyway, I just park in this other car park now, and I'm in my own control over it. Anyway, that's a side topic. What I thought I would do today is I just want to go for a walk around, really. I'm taking a day off. David is covering me. So what we tend to do with our work, when we can, we take time off. We don't always get weekends because we normally work weekends, but what we tend to do is if we've got like a quieter afternoon, or Mondays are normally really good because it's quite quiet in the office, then we'll take off, either both of us will take it off or one of us will take it off and the other one will cover, and today David's covering because he had a day off last week. Of course, I prefer it when we have a day off together, but you've got to take what you can get. And what I thought I would do today is I want to go and have a look in Luxury Promise, because I haven't been in there since I think February. March or February, I can't remember when I last went in, but it was ages ago. And I want to go and see what they've got that's new, and if I can be bothered, I might go and have a look in Harrods as well. I say that because I was in there not so long ago, and I feel like I've done it to death recently. It's just because it's near the place where I park my car, it just ends up being this default place that I always go to, and it's worry. You turn off the car. I worry that it's probably quite boring for you. Do you guys find it a bit boring when all the vlogs are kind of the same? I try and make them feel different, but you can only do what you can do. Anyway, I'm going to pack up my bag now, hop in a taxi, and head over to kind of like the Oxford Street area of London and see what's going on there. Quite like that outfit there. It's a bit random on the back, but quite like it. Quite like that brand, actually. I like their kind of casual vibes. This street's really nice, just generally. There's Marge as well, just there. If any of you come here on holiday or you live around here, it's just generally a nice street to go to. And I've arrived. I've just come into the shop now, and there's loads of new stuff, including one bag which I've been trying to get for just a bit over 10 years, and it's vintage. It's from, did you say it's from the Barbie collection? It is. It's from the Barbie collection, which came out, I think that was 1994. 95 spring collection. 95 spring collection. Some of you might know it because it's like a vanity case shape, and it's got a heart-shaped mirror on the inside, but I'm going to show you that. And I've seen some of the clothing that's here, including that, which is one of those vintage, it's a vintage Dior t-shirt. Sadly, it's not my size, but it's one of those t-shirts that's got the 2 on the back. What size is this? It actually looks really small. For any of you watching, if you like this t-shirt, I actually don't know what size that is. I would guess a French 34, that kind of looks like, so that's really nice. And then also there is this pink Chanel jacket, which I'll show you that in the mirror. There's that, which is quite cool. Oh, don't worry, I'll show you bags in one second. I won't skip over those. There is also this, which I feel like this is quite quirky but quite cool. I actually really like the colour of it. And it's like quite a light material, so quite good for summer. And it's got the double C logo all over it. And this is a size 36, but I'm like normally a 36, 38, and it's quite oversized, so I think that should be fine. Okay, so more to the point, let me show you this bag. This is the one I was telling you about, which is the Barbie bag, or from the Barbie collection. It also comes in, and I think they have the colour. I always wanted to get it in the black. Apparently they do have black, but it's not in the shop at the moment, so I can't show you that. They also have it in yellow, but this is like a fuchsia pink colour. And what's also really good is sometimes with paint over time, it can go a bit tacky feeling, but this isn't at all. This feels as new. Let me show you inside what it looks like. It's got the heart-shaped mirror there, and although it's got that vanity case design, this was actually designed to be a handbag first and foremost. So one of the girls here has found, well, over there actually in the yellow telephone box, which I like, that's quite cool, there are magazines from back in the day as well as current. And look at this. Wow, Claudia Schiffer, looking amazing. Oh, there it is. But is this a slightly different version?
It has
it's got the
crystals, yes. It has crystals.
I actually prefer it without.
We do have this heart-shaped bag in black
do
and
you?
beige.
Okay.
Not in
the store
at the moment.
Okay.
But this will be featured in our Barbie drop
okay.
on the 1st of July.
1st of July, yes. Barbie drop. And is that going to be one of those lives?
Yes.
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 Take a look at that. So that is the Barbie bag. Are we focused? Let me check we're focused. Yeah, that is the Barbie bag. And you can see it's actually a really decent size. And if you were to get a bag organiser, oh, by the way, on the bottom, look at that. If you were to get a bag organiser for this, which you can for these vanity bags now, you could easily work with it. I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't even get an insert. I'd just go with it. Just put my stuff in it. So yeah, this has really caught my eye. I love that on the bottom. Anyway, enough of that. Let me show you some others, because some of you who aren't into that will probably be like, get on with the other stuff. This I think is also really nice, and I'm going to test to see if my Samsung phone fits in this, but I don't think you're going to be able to understand the size of it until I show you it in the mirror. And this has got on it the 24 karat gold plating with a little hallmark. Ooh, can you see it? There's kind of a hallmark in the top right corner there. See what I mean? It's quite a cute size. And it's like this fabric that feels a bit like grosgrain fabric. Let's go and see what fits in this. And check this out. So this, look what fits in it. I know not everyone has this phone, but this is a reason why you need to get it. My Samsung phone fits in there, and I could easily get cards in there. I could squeeze a lipstick down the side. This is basically like a small evening bag, and it also comes with the original Chanel dust bags, and these doubled, particularly on the leather, these doubled as a cleaning cloth. I think on the Chanel bags you get now, they still you get like a case on them that still double as a cleaning cloth, but these did as well. I think that's really nice bag. Don't you think? Quite like that. If you're someone who uses wallet on a chain, this is quite a nice alternative. I'm focusing on the pink bags today, aren't I? Can you tell? I also wanted to have a look at bags that were a lot less expensive, because I know that for a lot of you this is of interest, and actually it's of interest to me as well. This here is one of my favourites. This is, look at this, Celine, and this is like a way vintage bag in the box leather, and this is I think £550, full leather. I pretty much think this is 24 karat gold plated, but I will double check that for you. And it's kind of a concertina, design, so this would fit a lot. I might actually just go and see how much of my stuff fits. And then this is a cute little Fendi bag. Now don't quote me on this, but I think this is about £200, 175. I think, don't quote me on that, I will find out the price and put it below, but this is kind of like a hat box crossed with a vanity case bag, and it's got the Fendi logo on the front. And then there's also this Fendi, which is white fabric, but the strap on it is, let me show you the strap. I'm not sure whether this is snake or not actually, but that's the strap handle on it. And it's a bit crumpled because obviously there's nothing in it, but if you were to fill it, it would look quite good. And it's actually got a zip section as well. I already have this one that I got from here. How many of you remember? I bought this here beginning of the year actually, and this is a medium size. And I do prefer the vintage leathers. So these don't have the puffy quilting. The quilting was always flat, and I prefer it. And for any of you who've ever, let me come into the light, for any of you who have ever got up close and personal to these vintage bags, you'll know that the leather feels different. The leather feels nicer in a way. It feels more textured, softer, I guess because it's been worn. On the inside, this is a good bag. I use mine loads. It's basically the same as they are now. That's all the same as they are now. No change there. I can hear some of you asking to look at this. This is a bowling bag design. This is actually in really good condition. Is this new? Is that vintage? It's vintage, but it looks brand new.
Good condition.
Yeah, look at the quality of that leather. That's so weird. It's perfect. It's in really good condition. And then this, which is another thing I'm looking at. This is quite a chunky necklace, which is longer, but look, you can double it up around the neck and almost have it like a shorter necklace with a choker on it. This is also the 24 karat gold, but then there is another necklace as well, which I might show you, and I think I'm going to swap it out in here because you're going to be able to see it better. And it's this, which when you wear it, it kind of sits more on its side, which I like, and it's really oversized. This is another vintage piece, and it comes on this rope kind of design. And then down here, these are all crystals that have been inlaid and stuck into the actual piece. And then over here, I thought I'd just show you everything while I'm in here. These earrings, which are really cute, these clip-on earrings. This, which is like a wristlet. Fendi belt here, which, that's new, still got the original tag on it. That's quite nice actually. And then here we have got a selection of the 24 karat gold plated kind of bracelets. These are some Chanel earrings. I've just tried on this jacket, and it's so sweet, and it's really light material. I think I already told you that, didn't I? It's really light material, and I like that the sleeves are really oversized. And look at the sleeves. I didn't notice this, but the double C's, it's not like they continue on from the blue. They're kind of, they start, do you know what I mean? It's not like the double C's are chopped off partway through because they're connected to the blue. And I don't know how this colour's looking on camera, but in real life it's like kind of like a bluey turquoise. And then with this bag, this is just the Celine bag that I showed you earlier. I'm also looking at this belt, which obviously doesn't go with this outfit, but they've got one in gold as well, not the same design. I'll show you the gold one in a second. This, I don't know that this is vintage actually. I think this might just be pre-loved. So pre-loved is anything from memory that is up to 10 years old, and vintage is anything that exceeds that. It's got the double C's there, and it hasn't lost any crystals, and the crystals on it are the AB crystals, you know, where they catch the light and they're all different colours as opposed to just clear. And I'm just going to demo for you. I just thought about it now actually, for any of you thinking about the medium, because the medium is pretty much the same size as that Celine that I showed you, but I'm going to show you what fits inside both, because of course with the flap bags it's not one open section, you've got obviously flaps going on inside. And this is what I've got with me today, and I'm going to show how this fits. So I've got powder compact, makeup brush, hand cream, lipstick, my card holder, chewing gum, and both of my phones. So this is the Samsung Flip, and this is the iPhone 13 mini. And I always say with these bags, before you buy any bag, make sure your stuff fits. Everything fits into that. That's the classic flap. And you can see it's fitted in quite nicely. I haven't had to like super cram anything in. And then check out the Celine. I haven't even filled up that back section yet. Everything fits in here perfectly. And this bag, as I mentioned earlier, it's got a concertina design to it. So it's designed to open out according to how much you carry. And can you see how wide it can actually get to? So you can fit a lot in this. So that's me done in there. Tell you why I went in there, because aside the fact that I wanted to see what they've got new, I am selling a few bags and I don't sell online anymore because it's just too risky. Instead I just go in there with them and they like value them for me and then they tell me what they're going to give me. So that's what I'm going to do, and I was telling them about the bags that are going to go in. And yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to go for lunch because I'm starving. And I'm thinking I might go to Brasserie of Light in Selfridges just as like a treat. It is a treat place, to be honest. I normally go there with David. I don't know how I feel about going on my own because it is kind of somewhere that you go with more than yourself. But the food's good, so let's head. This is cute. This is on the same street, South Moulton Street. Just like jewellery items. What's that shop called? Treasures of Brazil. This is it, and the food is so good. I always get that, and that is so good. It's like my favourite thing on the menu. I also really like the eggs Benedict. I don't know which one I will have. That's more breakfast, isn't it? Maybe I'll go for this. Hey, I thought I would share with you what I'm selling and why I'm selling it and what I'm thinking of doing with the money that I get out of it. So I went to, as I mentioned there, I went to Luxury Promise the other day because I wanted to do something that day and had nothing else to do that was like not work and not going to the gym. Anyway, I went there because I thought I wanted to go and have a look at what they had in that was new, but more so I'm selling quite a lot of bags at the moment. Bags that, I do this a lot, you know, bags that I'm not using I like to sell, and then with that money I save it and I put it into the next bag. So where possible, when I buy a bag, it hasn't actually cost me new money, you know, it hasn't cost me, it's basically I've paid for it with the proceeds of bags that I already had. So it ends up like in this perpetual cycle where unless I'm buying something that's really expensive and I have to top up the money that I use, do you see what I mean? So I was thinking about doing that, and the bags that I'm looking at selling, I've got a couple of Valentino bags which I don't use. I've got quite a few Gucci bags that I don't use, and I've also got this bag which is lovely, but I just don't use it, and I don't use it because of the size of it. And David actually bought me, I don't know how many of you remember, I don't have it here to show you, but David bought me a square version of this a couple of months back from Luxury Promise. But yeah, I'm thinking of selling this. Well, I think I am going to sell this. And I look at it there and I'm like, why are you going to sell it? It's just a size I don't really use. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And I'm thinking with the money, you know that Barbie bag, which you could probably tell I was quite taken with, that in the black, unless they've sold it at this point, which they might have done because it's really rare, unless they've sold it, I might use the money from the bags that I'm selling to put into that, to buy that bag, because that bag, so I've been looking for that for about 8 to 10 years, and that bag when I found it is £15,000 plus, because it's like desirable and it's a classic, and they have it for 6,000, which is still like a load of money, like a massive amount of money, but it's a lot less than the 15,000s plus that I've seen it. Now I thought I'd also do a mail time, and the mail times are basically where you write to me and then I read out your mail, and if you want to write to me, you can email me here. Sometimes it takes me quite a long time to write back, because whenever I do a mail time I get loads of you write to me at one go, and for everyone that I've ever written back to, you will know that I write a lot. It's not like a quick hi and bye, so it can take me a while. But what I do is I write back, but I also read out your mail, and if you don't want it read out, that's fine. I get loads of you who want to stay private, so just write on your email that you don't want it read out. Anyway, I got a really good letter here from someone who wants to stay private, which is fine. There's another thing you can do. You can say, can you read out my letter, but not say my name? That's fine. And I thought this was a really interesting and thought-provoking letter, and it's about Hermes, and it's about this young lady is wanting a Kelly, but knows that the chances of getting one from an actual boutique are like slim to none. And so is thinking about the Kelly to go, which looks like this, because she knows that that's going to be easier to get hold of. But she is also at the same time thinking, am I going to blow my money on that though and still want the Kelly? And then I've got to start saving again from scratch. So if any of you that come to listen to this, if you're an Hermes customer, if you have any tips or hacks or anything for this young lady that might help her, please can you write it in the comments below. And if to the person who wrote me this, go and have a read in the comments below, because everyone's really super helpful here, and I know a lot of the tips help. So it says, hi Sophie, I hope you and yours are well. I'm a long-time subscriber, but this is my first time reaching out to you. You are welcome to include my letter in your mail time, but I'd like it if you keep my name anonymous. You have said that you're 25, going on 26. You've been watching for years, long before COVID even, and I particularly love how honest and open you are with your reviews. I'd love to get your opinion on Hermes. I know that you don't like the game, and neither do I. So my personal feeling on Hermes is I think their bags are beautiful. If someone gave me one, I would love it and I would wear it. And the Constance is a bag that has always caught my eye. I love that bag, particularly I've seen it, I don't know the name of the colour. It's in like a, I think it's called something mauve, and it's gorgeous. And if I couldn't get it brand new, I would buy it pre-loved. I would pay extra and I would buy it pre-loved. So it's not that I don't like Hermes, it's that I don't like the game, but I understand why they do it. And I do think that that game makes their bags super exclusive in a way that no other brand has, except for Chanel, which are trying to go there. You say that you don't like the game either, but you've always dreamt of an Hermes bag since you were a kid, and you've said, I'm about to graduate with my second master's degree. I've been considering starting to save for a bag as a gift to myself. You were even published last year. I don't like the Hermes game, and I don't really have the money to play the game either. For example, buying the shoes, the belts, the scarves, just to get considered for a Kelly, which is what I've always dreamed of, and you want the mini Kelly specifically, which is very desirable as well. I'm starting to consider if I should save for a Kelly to go, the wallet on the chain looking one, because I think it looks really wonderful, it's more understated, it's cheaper, and from what I've heard, you can more or less rock up at the store, ask for one, and get it. And you said, please can I let you know if I've heard opposite. I did Google it, and I looked on the Hermes website, and it looks like it's sold out. I am, as you know, I've got a couple of things from Hermes, like a belt and a plate and a bracelet, but I'm not an Hermes customer, so I can't really offer you that advice. I don't know how hard they are to get, but if any of you watching, if you're avid Hermes customers, if you know, please can you write it below. And you've put, from an investment perspective, do I think that the Kelly to go is a good option? I actually think that anything Hermes is a good option. And when I googled it, I couldn't find any, but I was finding them on pre-loved websites, and they were like £1,000 plus more expensive, because I think when I looked on Hermes it was 3,500, and I've been looking at them and they're £4,000 plus, and they're selling. So I do think they're a really good investment. Do I think that you should get it instead of the Mini Kelly? Because this is what you go on to say. You say that you're aware that you might end up buying this bag or this wallet on a chain, but you end up still wanting the Mini Kelly. And you've said that buying the Kelly to go might actually get you on the ladder into playing that kind of game. So my personal thoughts are that and I said this back to you, I would personally save up for the bag, and then I would, and this probably won't work, and any of you who are major Hermes customers will probably laugh, but I would go to every store and I would beg. I'd be like, please can I have this bag? Please can you put me down on the list? I highly doubt that anyone's going to whip one out and say, here you go, sure, like, do you want to buy it? I do think they're obviously going to be really hard to get. But what I would probably do is I would save a bit more, and I would end up buying a nearly new one or a new one pre-loved, just because I think the Kelly to go is great, but it is a wallet on a chain, and you might find after a while, like if you can't fit your phone in it, or a lipstick, or your keys, or any of the usual things that you would need in the day, I think you'd end up finding it quite annoying. I've actually got some tiny bags, and when I take them out, I end up with my stuff in my pockets because they don't fit in the bag, and therefore I end up not really using the bag. So my personal thoughts are that I would save for the Mini Kelly, go and get it nearly new pre-loved from an authentic proper consignment place, so you're not going to get a fake. Like Sotheby's actually sell designer bags now. In this video, like Luxury Promise, I've bought so many bags from them, and I'm going to be selling some bags back to them. They are a place that I trust. And like with Vestiaire Collective, I love there as well, but you do run a risk there, even there, you know, with their authentication, you run a risk with getting a fake. So that's what I would do. But I did say to you, if on the other hand you do actually like the Kelly to go and it's playing on your mind, then I think you should get it. And I always say to all of you, don't listen to my opinions and think they're set in stone. If you disagree, that's fine. And I always say that. And I would expect you to disagree, because everyone's got a different opinion. Everyone's got different tastes and different things they like. And the things that I say aren't, like, they aren't fact, it's just opinion at the end of it all. So yeah, that's kind of what I would do. I would aim for the bag. I would aim for the bag. I feel like sometimes with us, we rush into buying small leather goods because we're saving, and we want the bag so much, and then you get to a point where the saving's taken ages and the prices are going up, and you end up, because you want it so much, you're like, oh god, I'm just going to go and buy a wallet. And then you get the wallet and you still want the bag, and you've got to start saving again. I think a lot of us do that. So try and fight doing that. Try and keep on saving. And that is the end of the video. I know this has been long, but I hope that you've enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.